The fitness industry hates vulnerable men. There, I said it, especially here in Australia. Like, if coaches aren't yelling, screaming, swearing, shouting, they're basically invisible on social media. And that's why they do it. And that's maybe why they do it. But, and it's a big but, but what if that way of actual communication is destroying the confidence of the very men it's trying to even attract and help? So when I first moved from the UK to Australia like 18 months ago and set up my coaching business like 12 months ago now, what I started to notice online was that it was so populated with screaming and shouting and swearing and just guilt tripping clients into losing weight rather than actually trying to help them get there in a safe, supportive way.
Cupcakes! No! This is why you're still fat.
But, after coaching for the last 12 months and supporting close to like 40 dudes, I've realized that that way doesn't actually have to be the way. And the clients that are with me because they want that type of coaching. They want environment, safety, they want support where they can actually like be vulnerable around their problems in a way that they're not just gonna feel like they've got a drill sergeant next to them shouting and screaming that they're not good enough and they just need to do better and they're the problem. And that's it. Like, a lot of dudes don't need that type of approach. They actually need someone around their shoulder rather than someone that's just like screaming and shouting in their face. Because for a lot of guys, the issue isn't discipline like solely. It's confidence, lack of esteem, hatred for their body, hatred for their relationship with food, that all covers this actual problem. So when all they hear online is, just man up or like just be better and, do better, what does it do? It makes them curl up into a little ball and go silent. And that's not where progress happens. That's not how growth happens. That actually is the opposite. And look, this video is not here to tarnish other coaches. I don't want to do that. A lot of coaches are great in what they do, and not every single coach in Australia coaches this way. But I think it'd be fair to say that we are going on this increasing trend line where, in the fitness industry at least, softness and openness and vulnerability and honesty is seen as weakness and is seen as snowflakey. And what it does is it creates this huge divide, just like this wealth gap that we see in the world right now. We've kind of got this vulnerability gap where the strong ones stay strong and stay really vocal, and then the weak ones, actually what they do is they get even weaker and they get even softer and they get even more quiet, and that doesn't help those people. And again, it just creates this huge gap. And from my personal opinion, coaching, multiple dozen men over the last 12 months, it's actually the ones that are more honest that get the best results, that tell me, hey, 2 months in, George, I've just had a binge and I really don't know what to do tomorrow. These are the people that get the best results because we fix the root problem. We understand what went wrong, what happened, and we do that in an environment which is safe and supportive and judgment-free and guilt-free. And that's how you make a behavior lasting and sustainable, lifelong. And look, if you're open and interested to that type of coaching environment and you want that kind of support, which takes away from that alpha male scream at you drill sergeant way of life and doing things, then maybe it's time we have a chat. Like, that could be really cool. There's a link in the bio which is where you can get in touch with me. You can even book in some time in my diary to have a conversation with me where we can actually talk around what your goals are, where you're trying to get to, and to see if I can help. And that isn't a sales call. It's not, pay me money, don't even bring your card, like leave it in another room. That is just to see what support you need, where you're at, and if I can even provide that help. So yeah, we'll leave it there for today.